Yeah. Yeah, morning all. So before I start, can anyone please confirm whether my voice is clear, whether the screen is visible or not? Yes.
Yes, both voice and screen is visible.
Yeah. Yesterday demonstration, just I was briefing you about this Python, right? Let us have a quick review what was discussed. So I defined Python in 5 lines. It's a general purpose programming, any kind of applications we can develop. Multi-programming features it has got. What all the programming features we see in other programming language, all the features we see here in Python. It's a high level language. It's easily understandable, portable, can run on all the hardware and all the operating system. It's a interpretation, line by line execution, user friendly programming or programmer friendly programming, which provides simple syntaxes, which looks like normal English statements. So just I was discussing, right? What are the features? What are the two types of languages, low level and high level? Low level languages are like assembly level or machine level language. They are not human understandable. They are not portable. They are machine dependent. High level languages like Python, high level language like Python, but they are human understandable. They are human understandable. They are portable and machine independent. 1 second. So Python has got procedural oriented programming features, object oriented programming features. It has got scripting features and modular programming features. Procedural oriented, object oriented, scripting, and modular programming like C language, like C++, like Java, like shell script, like Modular 3. So multi-programming features. So like scripting, we can write many automation scripts here in Python. Because of this modular programming, Python has got a great boom. 89,300 modules Python is providing for different environments. Previously, Python was very less used, but if you see from the last 4 5 years, the usage of Python has increased. Wide varieties of applications we are creating, right? And here I was discussing about modules. Thousands of modules Python is providing for every environment, right? Whether it is data science, separate modules Python is providing like NumPy, CP, Pandas, PyTables, Matplotlib. Even for big data, we've got PySpark testing for networking, for operating system. For each and every database, Python provides a model. Using that model, we can connect with the databases. For Excel files, for CSV, for JSON, for PDF, XML, for all these file formats, we have what Python is providing modules for reading data from them, for writing data, right? Yes, for all that. For mathematical operations, for statistics, for generating graph, normal graph, bar graph, histogram, scatter plots, stack plots, any type of graphs, right? What kind of applications, Python real-time applications are we developing today by using Python? Web applications, mostly web applications we are developing today at a, using the framework like Django. At a rapid speed, you can develop a web application, right? Using Django framework. Has got its own database, SQLite3. Even you can connect with any other database. Has got its own application server. It creates all the .py files required for your project automatically. And in automation applications also, right? Python is mostly used as the implementation language, like data science total implementation in Python. When in DevOps, right, we write automation scripts using Python. In IoT, right? In robotics, even for big data environment, for huge data storage and huge data processing, we have got currently big data tools like Hadoop and Spark, especially Spark implemented using Python. We say like PySpark, right? Scientific applications, we have got CP for numerical analysis like NumPy, for GUI animations like TK-Enter, for gaming or game development, right? For scheduling tasks, for testing or for test cases, and for software development. For business applications, developing e-commerce websites, right? Python is one of the best choice. For database applications, for networking applications, right? Like we have got a separate framework. Python is providing twisted Python. For web scraping, Python is providing separate models like BS4, URLlib. And for CAD applications or 3D CAD applications, for embedded applications, the most famous embedded application like Raspberry Pi, which uses Python for its computation. Audio and video applications. Computer vision for color detection, face detection, and for object detection, right? Yes. For data analysis. For data analysis, for robotics, and for desktop applications creations. Okay. And who are using Python today? Topmost applications built using Python. Right. Google using Python for its web search system. YouTube using Python for its video sharing service. Yahoo using Python. Instagram built using Python, right? The main reason for Instagram choosing Python hybrid features. Uber pricing algorithm implemented using Python. Quora, Reddit, Pinterest, all these are built using Python. Dropbox, the popular OTT platform Netflix using Python for security automation and for subscription related things, right? Massively multiplayer online games. Maya, a powerful 3D animation which uses Python script. iRobot for military and commercial applications. BitTorrent using Python for its file sharing service and for hardware testing, right? Companies like IBM, Seagate, Qualcomm, all this they use Python for hardware testing. Yes. And yesterday I was briefing you about reasons which makes Python suddenly super popular. Means very less coding, not even 1/4 coding as compared with other programming. Simple syntaxes given by Python. Looks like normal English statements. Interactive mode, we can easily interact with Python statement by statement. For every statement, we get response, right? And multi-programming features. Wide varieties of applications. So just now I discussed about different types of applications we can create using Python. and many built-in libraries, 89,300 inbuilt modules. Okay, fine. So today just I'll enter into this technicals of basic technicals of Python, right? So before we go, right, you need to know something about Python PSF, right? It's Python Software Foundation. Python Software Foundation, PSF. You need to know about before I go with the Python versions, installations, and execution modes. PSF. It is a non-profit organization. It is a non-profit organization devoted towards Python community, devoted towards it was launched in the year, it was launched in the year launched in the year 2001. The main objective of this, is to foster the development, of Python version to version, right? In the year 2005, PSF received, yes, Computer World Horizon Award. It received Computer World Horizon Award. And the president for this Python Software Foundation, PSF, Guido van Rossum, the same personality who developed Python, who introduced Python, the same personality is the president, right? Guido van Rossum. Headquarters, Delaware, US. Official website, www.python.org, official website, right? From where we can download Python, from where we can install it. So before I go with this part, you need to know something about the Python versions. So we are going to download Python from this official website, headquarters Delaware. President is this Guido van Rossum, who introduced Python. Python versions. Python 1.x version. Python 1.x version released in the year 1989. Python 2.x version. Python 2.x version means 2.1, 2.2, 2.3. The first two version was released in the year 2000. The version what we are using currently is 3 version. 3.x, 3.1, 3.2, 3.3, right? Released in the year 2008. Latest version of Python. Latest version of Python. Python 3.12. Latest version of Python. Python 3.12. Stable version of Python. Python 3.11. 3.11 is the stable version. Previous stable version. Okay. Stable version means mostly used version. Mostly used version. Previous stable version is in two versions 2.7. Okay. So the version what we are going to install now, the latest version 3.12. So it hardly takes 1 to 2 minutes to install Python. So next, like Python installation. Python installation, right? Yes. So just before I go with the installation, I will go to the start programs. Settings, apps. I'll just remove this one sec, apps and features. Python 3.12, right? I will uninstall it. First, I'll uninstall and show you from the scratch, right? Yes. So Python is going to provide different softwares for different environments. It's going to provide different softwares for different environments for Windows, Linux, and Mac OS. For Linux, no need of any installation because by default, whenever you install any Linux operating system, by default, Python comes as inbuilt, right? No need of any separate installation. But for Windows and Mac OS, Python provides different softwares. Again, in Windows, Python provides two softwares. One for Windows 32-bit, one is for Windows 64-bit. If you're using older version of Windows like Windows 7, Windows 8, right? Check it what is that Windows 32-bit or 64-bit. Accordingly, you can install Python. If your Windows is a 32-bit, you are supposed to download 32-bit Python software. If your Windows is a 64-bit, you are supposed to download 64-bit Python software. How will you check whether your Windows is a 32-bit or 64-bit means? At the bottom, File Explorer, right? File Explorer, you can click it. This PC. this PC properties you can say. The display system type 64-bit operating system, 64-bit operating system. If it's showing 32-bit, you're supposed to download 32-bit Python software. Okay, fine. Uninstallation was successful. Close it. Now, Python installation, right? Go to this Chrome browser, open a browser, right? Now, official website python dot, sorry, www.python.org. Python.org is the official website from, okay. This is the official website of Python. Within the downloads, all releases, within the downloads, all releases, right? Yes. Ah, scroll down, active Python releases. Looking for a specific release. Looking for a specific release, right? Yes. Okay. Series 3.12.3, the latest version, right? Released on April 9, 2024. So just click this, right? Click this. Scroll down to the bottom. Scroll down to the bottom of this page. Here you will get Windows installer 64-bit, Windows installer 32-bit. If your Windows is a 32-bit, just download this 32-bit. If your Windows is 64, download this 64-bit, right? Click this, your download will start automatically. Yes, started here, right? So here, see here, just 25.5 MB of size. If your Mac OS, go with Mac OS 64-bit universal installer, right? Yes. Once this download is done, just 25 MB of size, click this, right? Click this exe file, otherwise go to the downloads folder, click that exe file, right? Yes. Before, don't immediately go for the installation. First, select this, add Python to path. So no need to set the environment variables. Directly we can say add Python to path variable of OS and go for customize installation. Here nothing to select, everything are pre-selected. Documentation, pip ID, everything are selected. Say next. Here also nothing to select, but here installation location. Installation location, right? Yes. Remove all this. remove all this big part, right? Just with C colon Python 312. Just say install. So here, just instead of so just observe this previously. This was that where Python is installed by default in somewhere in some subdirectories it is getting installed, right? In users, Dell, app data, local programs, Python, Python 312. If you want to locate Python where it is available, right? Yes, you need to enter into all the subdirectories. Okay. So instead of this, just remove all this, just install Python within the C drive. Python 312, that's it. So just say install, that's it. It automatically creates a folder with this name, Python 312 within the C drive, and just installs Python within that folder, right? Install. Hardly it takes 1 minute for installing Python, right? 1 second. Yeah, almost done with the installation. Yeah, setup was successful. Close it. Yes, close this, right? Yes. Now, let us check whether it is successfully installed or not. At the bottom search panel, type CMD and go to the say CMD and say enter. Go to the command prompt and type Python. Type Python, right? Yes. Whenever you type Python and say enter, it has to display the Python version that we have installed, and Python interpreter should be opened. So Python should be recognized from anywhere, right? So just say enter. Python 3.12.3. This is the version, right? Yes. 3.12.3 is the version, right? This is the interpreter. Any valid Python statements you can type. Any valid Python statements. 3 into 4, 23 into 37. X has 10. No need to define the data type also. Y equal to 4. Sorry, y equal to 4. What is X? What is Y? What is X plus Y? What is X minus Y? X into Y. X by Y. X x into 2, x to the power of 2. Okay. For example, x equal to HELLO, x into 3, prints hello for 3 times. So in this way, Python is working. Yes. If we say quit, 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 it comes out of it, right? It comes out of it. Yes. So for Linux, no need of any installation, right? By default, whenever you install Linux, you see Python inbuilt within this Linux machine. So, but if you are using older version of Linux, if you are using older version of Linux, the older version of Python you will be observing. So, if you want the latest version of Linux into your Linux machine, right? Latest version of Python to be installed, then just to go with this command. Yes. Anyone from the Linux environment, right? If you want to use Python within the Linux machine, so everything will be doing from the root user, right? Sudo apt -get apt-get install Python 3.12. So this command automatically downloads and installs Python into your Linux machine, right? Yes. Yeah. Next, Python execution modes. Python execution modes. Two modes of execution. Two modes of execution, right? Yes. Interactive mode. Second is like batch mode. Two modes of execution, interactive mode and batch mode. Interactive mode. Here we directly type. Here we directly type Python statements on the interpreter, and the user can easily interact with Python. Just now I was talking about the interactive mode, right? So just every statement by statement you can interact and it gets response for each and every. We directly type Python statements on the interpreter and the user can interact, easily interact with Python. Advantage. The advantage of interactive mode means if it doesn't know about any Python functionality, you can type and check what output it is going to provide. To test the functionalities of Python, to test the functionalities of Python and to learn Python and to learn Python. Batch mode. Batch mode, right? Here, see, for developing applications in Python, for developing the applications in Python, this interactive mode is not preferred. We go for batch mode. Here, we write a set of statements. We write set of statements within the editors or IDEs. Within the editors or IDEs and save it. IDEs means integrated development environment. Integrated development environment, right? Yes. In real time, we use these IDEs. I'll say what are the different IDEs in editors. We write set of statements within the editors IDEs and save it. And save it by using .py extension. And save it by using .py extension and later submit it to Python. Save it by using dot and later submit it to Python. What are the various editors and what are the various IDEs? Various editors. Various editors, right? Yes. Within the notepad, you can write this. Within the notepad, you can write this Python put and create a .py file. Edit plus vi nano. Within the notepad, within the edit plus, within the vi and nano editors, right? Yes. These two are for Windows, these two are for Linux environment, right? Writing the Python code and creating a .py file, right? And what are the various IDEs, integrated development environment, various IDEs supported by Python, PyCharm, PyDev, Komodo, Spider, Eclipse, PyCharm, PyDev, Komodo, Spider, Eclipse, NetBeans, Jupyter Notebook, VS Code. Among all this, PyCharm is the mostly used one. Right? PyCharm is the mostly used one. Right? Okay, you may ask why these many IDs for Python? Why not one or two IDs? Because Python is used for different environments using different IDs. For data science, Jupyter Notebook is mostly preferred. Spider is mostly preferred. Even for big data, Spider is mostly preferred. Jupyter Notebook is preferred. For typical web applications, PyCharm is mostly preferred. VS Code is preferred. So in this way, different environments use different IDs. I'm going to discuss on multiple IDs, right? I'm going to not on a single IDE. So I'll be discussing on this Jupyter Notebook, PyCharm, VS Code, Spider, all this. Okay. So just I was saying Python software foundation, Python versions, Python installations, Python execution modes. What are the various editors and IDEs? So I'll be showing you how to run the Python code within the editors, how to run the Python code within the IDEs, right? Fine. Observe, this is the course content I'll be discussing, right? So Python basics, Python operations, Python modes like what is Python, history, applications, features, installations, versions, flavors, interactive mode, batch mode, editors and IDs, data types, constants, variables, comments, type sequences, escape sequences, strings, operators in Python in brief, Python IDs, flow control statements, looping statements, strings in Python, collections in Python, Python lists, Python tuples, Python sets, then dictionaries, functions in Python, models in Python, packages, errors and exception, file handling, object-oriented programming concepts in brief, right? Regular expression concept, how to extract required data from the given data, database connectivity. Okay, calendar in Python, the time module, Python calendar module, operating system module, that OS, advanced concepts like iterator, generator, closures, decorators, web scraping, GUI programming, right? And Excel workbook, data analytics, introduction to data science, Pandas model in brief, NumPy model in brief, Matplotlib. This is what as part of Python core and Python advanced. And people who go for frameworks, right? Like Django framework in brief, web frameworks, Django installation, Django project architecture, applications creations, Django views, Django templates, Django admin, Django models, advanced concepts like ORM, Flask, Flaker module, like form validations, rendering forms, all this, right? Nearly 15 to 20 applications you'll be developing here in Django. And UI technologies will be given knowledge on HTML, CSS, JavaScript. People who go for full stack will be given knowledge on this MySQL. You'll be given knowledge on UI technologies, the Django framework, right? Yes. Yeah. Yesterday I was just briefing you, right? Yes. Hmm. So Python core and advanced, right? It takes nearly 70 hours in brief, in depth we'll be discussing, right? With multiple working examples. So 70 hours, 2 months, 5,000 is the course fee. Apart from this, people who wants to go for full stack. Yes. So Django framework will be discussed with 15 to 20 applications. Flask framework will be discussed. UI technologies like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, REST APIs will be discussed. MySQL database will be discussed, and a project. Okay, so it's an offer batch, right? So we're going for this framework 70 hours for all this, right? 70 hours, 2 months. Totally for this Python 70 hours, for this framework 70 hours, 140 hours, right? Total Python full stack package, right? Will be 12K, but if you are taking the entire package with single payment, it's 10K, right? Where you will be learning all these frameworks, applications, creations you will be seeing. So live recording videos of every session you will be getting. Soft copy of the class notes you will be getting, right? Assignments and tasks to work with. Resume preparation, interview questions, right? At the end of this WhatsApp group will be created for technical discussions. So you can just, if you got any errors, other things, you can take the photo of it and you can just post in the WhatsApp. Anybody can answer, I'll be answering. 300 plus code examples and 15 to 20 applications creations and interactive sessions, right? And there is one more package, I said big data package. In that big data package, this 2 months Python course, Python core and advanced is included. If anyone interested, right, the big data like Hadoop, PySpark, and Linux and Python will be discussed. It's 15,000 package, right? Yes. Where can we get the recorded videos? Means, see, once everyone got enrolled, you will be getting the videos to your Google Drive. To your Google Drive, you will be getting, yes, and notes you will be getting to your mails, and you will be added to the WhatsApp, right? And can you see in the chart now, a big message is given by the online team. Okay, Python course content, full stack web, and I see the demo video of yesterday. If anyone, if you have not attended yesterday's session, you can see that demo video it is given, right? Hmm. And this for payment details, everything you can see in the chart, the contact details of the online team. And if you're done with that payment, you don't forget to share the screenshot of your payment to the DURGASOFT online training, right? So tomorrow also people can attend the session same time at 8 o'clock using the same link to see more on this, right? Yes, tomorrow I'll just discuss some technical things.
You told like you'll be covering what all the topics that will be covered in the PySpark, right?
Okay. You see in the durgasoft.com, right? Here you can see all that. So there is a batch starting on this Saturday at 7:30. There is a demo, right? This Saturday at 7:30 there will be a demo, and also there is a. Okay, one second. Hadoop, PySpark, Python, and Linux. So this is the Hadoop big data Hadoop. What is Hadoop? HDFS, distributed file system, MapReduce, Scoop, import and export operations, Yarn, NoSQL database, HBase, and Hive, which is the important component of Hadoop. So in brief, it will be discussed. If you come to this PySpark, right? PySpark introduction, PySpark session, PySpark Spark context, parallelizing, RTD computations, persistence options, PySpark core computations, groupings, aggregations, various inbuilt actions and transformations of PySpark, PySpark SQL data frame and data frame API, the different ways of creating it, different ways of providing schema as select, collect with column rename, where, filter, group by, join. We have got many inbuilt functions. No need to write the code. All this with working examples, right? UDF, flat map, SQL functions, aggregate functions, window functions, date and timestamp functions, JSON functions, right? So built-in functions of this PySpark, like when, lit, split, concave, all this, right? And PySpark external sources working with the SQL statements, Spark and Hive integration, and Spark and MySQL integration working with CSV, JSON, narrow and wide transformation, adding of new rows, right? Deployment modes, local mode and cluster mode, right? PySpark applications, creation, stages and tasks, driver and executor, building Spark, and PySpark streaming concepts and integration with Kafka and PySpark ML. Yes. So this is in brief, in depth, it will be discussed, right? PySpark. Okay. So this, okay. This Saturday at 7:30, there is a demo for Big Data, Hadoop and PySpark, if anybody wants to attend. There's also a, okay, fine. Any other queries, right? Okay. So tomorrow I'll just discuss more on this technical aspects. All right. Same time using the same link, right? Yes. So the timing of this batch, right? I was saying timing of this. Okay, 1 second. Where is that? For the first 10 days, I said it will be at 8 o'clock, but later it will be at 7 a.m. in the morning. 7 to 8 of this current batch. Okay, fine. So I'm stopping for now and we'll continue tomorrow more discussion on this, right? Okay. Fine. Thank you all for your time. Thank you. Meet you tomorrow.